continental events, where each continent will have an event from October to December, basically. The dates are still getting finalized, but most probably around April they will start. The combined ranking from the season at the end of the year, so in December, and the continental events can replace.
Yeah, and Colin Duffy, his story of the season is close but so far.
Yes.
You know, I mean, gosh, it's heartbreaking. Nearly made finals so many times.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're able to deal with that, that's what makes you great. You know, he's been able to make it when it counts. You know, like, I mean, no one expected him to be in the Olympics, to be honest, right? And so he's definitely a favorite still.
Yeah, of course, double gold medalist in Innsbruck last year, so he's definitely got the talent for it. Just needs for it all to come together. I feel at the moment with Colin, he just needs a massive confidence boost. You know, he just needs to get into a final and then be like, right, okay, we're all good, and carry on. And look at that confidence.
Maybe that, I was just going to say, there we go.
Yeah.
He heard you.
He did. They do. They listen.
Come on, Vita. Perfect.
Oh, look at that left arm lock off. She's so strong at that.
Nice. That'll give her a little bit of confidence for sure, too.
All right, well, Vita's through safely. No one falling on the jump yet. And Colin cuts loose, swings the feet over to the right. Vita crossing through, makes the clip. And I hope you're enjoying our very nice feeling semi-final here in Villars. Athletes coming out in the opposite order from where they qualified. So out last will be Janja Garnbret and Adam Ondra, two names you might have heard of before. They'll be climbing last here on the wall.
I'm still shocked that this is Adam's first time in Villars.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's his 30th lead World Cup, I think, but first time in Villars.
He'll be in action in about an hour or so. Vita blows the chalk from her hands as she makes the cross underneath. That's what she's holding on to. Horrible holds, all blocked. And Colin has very calmly just been powering through here. Now that's the knee bar that I think Paul got in, and that's where he had this big shakeout.
Yep.
The difference
it's
in height,
not
you can
fitting
see.
right now.
Yeah.
Wow, Vita.
Look at that power from Vita Luca. This is the move I wanted to see her on. That left hand blocked, crosses through.
Flip that hand, nice shake.
Hasn't made the clip yet, now reaches back under. And Colin will do a thuggy move left. He has this
Colin's
TikTok
climbing really confidently though. You know, like think of how many times his feet got loose. Very calm.
Yeah, hopefully this is the moment it comes together for Colin. Vita is underneath the roof, and that is actually a good shot to show how overhanging that section is. He's right underneath it.
Come on, Vita looks fresh still.
She does. This is the move though. Can she hold it?
There we go. Nice. Wow.
Straight, and doesn't hang around either. Crosses through, and she's right up there in terms of points now. Gets this draw swinging away from her face. Look at Colin as well. He's made it through that move.
Vita just bailed on the clip just to get a few points, and I think she's gonna.
Yes, there Vita goes. Colin with a very high heel. Now there is an enormous jump at the top of this men's route that could be coming up here. He's a couple of moves away from it though. Resting, looking chill up there. And look, that crimp, tiny.
Oh, very nice.
Well, Colin is 2 moves away from the top of this lead route for the men. Second to last hold there on your screen. And look how chill he looks. Barely breathing.
I mean, he looked the same way the whole route. Really impressive.
Yeah, never really a moment. You said cutting loose, but looking in control when he did it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's still up there resting. He had a look down at the time that the athletes can see. It's pointing right up at him. He knows he's got a moment to rest. But this jump is committing. Big fling.
Wow, no doubt.
Easy from Colin. Bucket jug to finish. You have to quick that final. Quick draw.
Very
Colin
nice.
Duffy is our first top of the afternoon. Yeah, of course, that event taking place during the paraclimbing here in Villars. Lots of comps all through the summer. As she gets underway. So second half of our final. My name is Matt Groom. I'm joined here by Malik Tallam, who's the Canadian head coach, offering us some really fascinating insights into athletes' mentality and also just the role of coaches during these things. Because it's, I don't think people realise how much you guys do. All right, Nikolai reaches up, makes the clip. And Matea is on this move. Easy commitment
Nice.
from her.
Yes, perfect.
So for these athletes, we're halfway through the comp now. They presumably won't have been in warm-up from 9:30. They can come a bit later, or do they have to be isolated?
So you have to be in ISO by 11. That's when isolation closes. You can choose to get there anytime as long as you report in there before the closing of isolation.
And isolation, as it sounds, you're isolated. There's no phone.
There's no phone, no Wi-Fi stuff, no you know. Even your headset for your music, it needs to be wired. It can't be Bluetooth capable. So no communication with the outside world until you're done your competition.
Yeah, that's to avoid teammates telling other teammates, coaches telling people sequences. So we're trying to make it as fair as possible. Right now, both Austrians doing well. Nikolai rests. I've never seen a man fight pump as hard as he did during the European Championships. He was so pumped, he basically got cramp in his forearms.
Oh, nice high step by Matea on the left hold on
Yeah,
the right.
quick clip as well. Everyone else seems to rest for a moment there. She just made it happen. She is looking very, very good here as she crosses through with the right. And now things get hard. This left hand move out to some block jib. She makes it.
Very nice.
Crosses in. And then that huge sloping green
Nikolai's
dish.
a little bit struggling there.
Yeah, and we lose him. Still PB for him.
Wow. Come on, Matea.
Matea is unreal here. She's about to enter the head wall. Now this is this patch. You can see the blue. It's kind of like a plastic surface. It's no text. It's to prevent a knee bar, and it's brand new. Oh,
Wow.
she falls.
Athletes that are watching, you know, there is hope.
Absolutely. I mean, as a shorter climber myself here, I mean, I'm
For
very
sure.
happy. But it's true. I mean, look, we always chat about height, but fact is it's just different ways of doing the move. It's a problem. And you have to work it out.
Yeah, Mei Kotaki was also another example of someone who would be in finals and no excuses.
Look at that skip up from Salome there. Salome, she just a little jump up, and of course she'll fit into different sections better, and look how comfortable she looks standing up here. And Alex is underway. Alex, a medalist last week, not last week, whenever it was in Innsbruck. I lose all track of time.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. God, it goes quick, doesn't it? You can just see Alex Megos' foot there appearing on the left screen. That's how close the athletes are in that section. No chance of taking each other out, though, don't worry. Oh, Salome
Come on. Oh, my goodness.
just holds the left. And I think that was experience. She knew it would be one of those jumps where she just has to go, and managed to fling over to the left. All right, so Salome holding on with the right hand, reaching up. Alex Megos cruising through the blue volumes. Underneath, and Salome fingertips on that undercling and makes the clip as Alex goes upwards. So Alex enjoying being back in his natural element, I think.
Yeah, I think he prefers lead for sure.
He always jokes that he never makes boulder finals and that no one expects him to.
I mean, you know, I think he would expect it for himself, but
I mean, considering he's climbed, what,
I think it was his
AC+,
first. Yeah, like I mean, you know, I think he's never made a final in
I don't think he has for boulder. No.
bouldering, so which is a little bit shocking, but
this is where he excels. He's done well here in Villars before. I remember him, I think it was last year, climbing through the mist in the finals. You couldn't see him on the wall.
We had some of those yesterday too.
Yeah. And he is easily and quickly into the head wall, but this is the move that only Colin has really done. Alex with the left hand up. Watch the right foot though. He drops it down, gets a toe.
So he has a different foothold there that he used. And that worked for him.
Delicate there. Alex is blinking, you miss it, and he's through here. Super fast from him. Salome as well is on the hard crux.
So let's see the jump here for Salome, where the first jump kind of, you know, is she going to hesitate now because of how the first one went? No hesitation. Wow. Very nice.
Straight in, yeah. Psychologically put that behind her. And Alex finds the same rest that Colin did. And there's another one coming up for him, but he's going to drop that move.
It feels like a blind jump to the side there for the guys. It's interesting, you look and you think, okay, like, where's everyone now? But in reality, it's like, where's everyone in 8 months? You know, maybe I'm a little bit more relaxed than other coaches, I don't know.
But we'll find out in 8 months.
We will find out if I'm very wrong.
All right, Natsuki Tani, there she is, getting the shoes strapped on the left. She approaches the wall. Yufei Pan on the right. Yufei's PB is second. So one certainly on the podium radar. And Natsuki Tani climbs quickly through these green stack volumes. Look a bit harder than it actually is through the bottom there. No problem for anyone so far. Natsuki Tani's got third place before. Yufei using this 360 method that is the intended beater, although hardly anyone has really used it.
I mean, you know, with the rope, it's really hard. Like, if you can avoid it, you don't want to do it for sure.
Yeah, you don't want to get tangled up in that thing.
Let's see Natsuki on this move here. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. You can really see that difference in height means you either have to catch it with the left hand and lock it off, or you can get the right hand in.
Exactly.
That seems to be the big difference between. Well, the audience are packed into our stadium now. Everyone's here watching, enjoying. Natsuki Tani on the crimps that she really enjoys. Gets the heel locked in and comes up, not even looking at her left hand there. And Yufei Pan is having to fight a bit. A couple of spots of rain on our commentary window coming through. But as we found out yesterday, rain doesn't seem to affect this wall too much. And I don't think
they've done a really good job sealing it from the back, and also the tent where the athletes are waiting is fully covered all the way to the stage, so they should still be dry.
Yufei Pan grimacing as he brings the hands in. He got the heel toe cam as well. Drops the feet underneath, matches on the underclink. Natsuki Tani drops down.
He's fighting.
Yeah, he really is. He's close to the edge. That flick of the left hand as well. I think he might struggle to do this next move here. He's chalking up. Gets the knee.
He's trying.
I feel like if he can't get a knee rest here, he's in trouble. But he does get one in.
Nice.
It's not the best, but it might be enough. Also keep an eye on Natsuki Tani on the left. About to do another jump. Yufei Pan, I think that has saved him. Well, we'll find out.
Yes.
Gets a good rest. One of those moments perhaps born of desperation. Sort of like, I'm pumped, I'm gone. Oh, a knee bar, you know?
Yeah, sometimes the energy you waste trying to get into a knee bar, and if it doesn't work, it's game over.
Well, he's got something back. Look at him as he flies through. And Natsuki Tani as well made the jump. Look at the flexibility from Natsuki as well. Double heels. All right, bit of a chess game here from both of these athletes. Yufei Pan needs to do the right hand through. Makes the pinch work. And a heel gets set up for this tricky foot sequence. Alex did it differently from Colin, so we know there's at least 2 ways through here.
But definitely drop the heel and find the right foothold is the key.
And he hasn't done that yet, so this could be a problem for him.
Oh.
Into the toe, but this is where everyone slipped, and he does the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, we know how not to do it. And Natsuki Tani has been here for a while, finding a good rest on those crimps, shaking out. Now she makes way into this awkward shoulder move. Look how her shoulder rotates when she gets the thumb in. So gets one hand and then drops back down. Oh no, she's sorry. I thought she had the camera angle there. I thought she was holding it.
No, it's gonna be a tough move matching. We saw with Salome. She struggled getting the match.
Yeah, you can see the fingerprints.
And it's an open-handed hold. Let's see what she does.
Oh, she's not using the thumb, which actually I think is maybe the way to do that.
That really helped her. Like, she swung way past, so she was able to keep on with. Whereas with Salome, she stayed on the right side of the hold, so when she had both hands on there, everything pulled her off.
All right, well, she enters the head wall, that metal coping. Looking pretty chill still out there, very calm. She looks down, bumping the left foot up on the green slope as she goes. Now having to be a little bit snatchy for this clip.
So she's at the high point now.
So she's in first position, or about to be first position for Natsuki Tani. Shakes out, finds another good rest. She's got about a minute on the clock left, which there is a lot of climbing to be done on this head wall as well. I think it's a minute. I'm trying to see the clock myself.
You know, I just got new glasses, but it doesn't seem to be helping. I think 47 seconds.
There we go. Both of us blind in the commentary box.
In our defense,
it's a long way away and very
small. It's a long way and very off angle for us. It's not meant for us right now.
No. Well, Natsuki's into the crimps after all those slopey moves. Will her fingers work? She needs to get her left heel in.
30 seconds left.
This, she might get timed out here if she can hold on, but she falls before that, misses the crimp. But that is a high point for Natsuki Tani. True. Well, Molly Thompson-Smith from Great Britain is on the left, her second semi-final in a row. Coming back from injury and looking fit at the moment. And there is Sarato as he works his way upwards. Yeah, I think that's a fair point about different problems. Every coach you seem to, or I talk to on the circuit, they have a different set of issues. It might be funding, it might be too many. You know, there's things. Everyone's having to deal with different stuff. And it's the same with the athletes.
I mean, if you're expecting to come into a perfect situation as a coach, you're in the wrong business. It's, you know, there's always challenges. And how you adapt to them is what makes you good at it.
Well, Molly goes left. She's enjoying being back on a rope. I love having her in the commentary box just because she's one of the most intelligent climbers.
She actually climbed real nice yesterday. There was a jump where everyone was falling. Like if you saw the scores of 20 plus, it was a jump from hold 19 and you gotta hit 20 and 21, and a lot of people misjudge it, and Molly was able to just go up and stop on hold 20 and then jump to get 21, which is really gutsy to try.
Yeah, she has that ability. She's such a natural climber. Climbs outdoors a lot. This is where she broke her ankle. A lovely story that her coach specifically told her not to go outside climbing. She did, and then broke her ankle. So good to see her returning. I'm laughing because I know Molly. It was obviously a horrible injury, and we wish her the best. But yeah, it's good to see her back. Sarato making quick work here. Molly drops the knee, crosses under, steady through the bottom.
Nice.
Sarato breathes out as he reaches up high, gets the heel locked in underneath.
Oh, that's a good clip from Molly too. She clipped before she got over.
Yeah, you look at this route and I think, you know, this is a kind of a Vita Lucan-esque route. It's a Molly route with these powerful sequences. She holds the swing. Good lock-off strength from her. But those elbows are starting to go out. Drops down. Now, Natsuki Tani spent about a minute, I think, resting on this next hold, so we know it's possible to get something back here. She needs to get there first.
Get up, 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 up. Oh, wow. Okay, no need to go up.
Sarato as well is looking very calm as he gets a high right toe in.
Those are the moves sometimes that give you confidence, though. Like, you know, if you hit a hold and you think, oh, it might be a struggle, and then you feel good on it, it kind of gives you a boost. Come on, Molly.
Gritting a tee, drops down, can't hold the sloper. We'll wait and see. All right, Molly is down, and Serrato, though, he's through that move as well, but decides not to make the clip. So I don't know if he's pumped or just wants to adjust. Now he makes it. Gets the left clip in. Crosses through with the left hand. And Serrato will figure this out, but he will get an opportunity to rest, as he has done throughout. There is the scoreboard, good to see. So Colin Duffy still leading the way, and Serrato third place at the moment, 36, but he'll get a higher score now. Can he equal Colin's score? Remember, we're looking for our top 8, so Jules Marchand is down in the danger zone in 8th. My co-commentator is having a hay fever attack next to me, so if you hear sneezing, that's what it's about. And Serrato rests high up on the route. This is where Colin took his time as well. And now Serrato looking not pumped, shaking out, checks the clock. He's got time. I can't quite see the clock anymore, but he has lots of time. Will make this move. Hypes the crowd. Yes, Serrato. We don't often see that from him. A flick to the top, made it look casual. And he will now jump over Colin Duffy due to count back to the qualifier, because he qualified in a higher position.
Yep. You know, held on with the one hand, kind of managed the rope with the other around her feet. It was...
Yeah, anyone who's experienced rope burn before, and in fact you might see if Toby's wearing shorts, he's still got the scars from a big rope burn from Innsbruck, but it really hurts, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It's been a long time since I had one.
Yeah, it's something you want to avoid. So Mia luckily untangled herself from that one. Right foot out from Mia. Can easily get herself into a finals place, as can Masahiro on the right. Looks like he goes for this. Well, he's kind of doing the 360, but then decided to bring the foot up. I thought better of it.
Have to reach back.
Yeah, that clip, a bit out of his reach now. Mia makes the swing, but watch this from Masahiro. He's going to have to do quite an awkward clip. Well, he made it work, but definitely had to stick in a few extra moves for that. Snatches for that left hand. He'll look to match it and will be happy for the rest after that sequence. Not stopping for too long, though. Bumps up towards the jib. Keep an eye on Mia as well. Left heels in. Comes up to the crimpy part of the route. Certain athletes, Malik as well, you will have watched Mia for such a long time on the circuit. It must be hard to sort of, do you have people you really admire in terms of styles? Obviously you have your athletes, but...
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, everyone has their favorites. You watch them during comps. Sometimes you watch them through training. Like I've been lucky to be able to join the Slovenians with lots of training events. And so it's, there's always, sometimes you gotta keep it a secret of who you admire, but sometimes it's hard to keep a secret.
Yeah, absolutely. I won't ask you that, don't worry. But there are some athletes, and I think often it comes down to style.
Mia didn't even match and flip. She just went straight to the crimp, feeling really good here.
Whoa, yeah, rotates that right foot through. It seems like a lot of athletes have refound this endurance. Like, I think the week in Innsbruck's helped a lot of people.
Yes, yeah, you'll see the next couple comps leading up to the World Champs. That will definitely come up. The endurance will go up for sure. For a few, the bouldering season dictated, lack of endurance a little bit for the first couple events. And again, that's okay if your goal is the Olympics. You don't need to be in top shape right now.
Yeah.
Of course, it gives you more confidence if you're in shape, and maybe psychologically against other athletes. If you look super fit and Nice.
Oh, come on.
Nice,
Look,
Mia.
she held that cross. We also lost Masahiro there. His right hand slipping down. He looked in trouble before he fell, and he was. Yeah, Mia's cross there. How she held that. That was accuracy. Oh, but she fumbles the clip. Now, I'm not sure if she dropped that because she knew she was about to fall and needed another shakeout, or if she fumbled it, but she's
Just a little bit better position. There we go.
That's better from her. Did it with the heel. Checks the clock just to make sure. And Mia climbing her way towards a finals place. Tricky moves to come though. She turns the lip. Into the dish-like sloper with the thumb pressed in, shaking out the left hand.
You can see how bad that dish is, and that's why they put that thumb, just to make it a little bit better.
It's amazing what the difference a thumb catch makes. It just changes everything. High right foot, but she's got to be accurate. It's in the midst of a slippy surface, pressing with the shoulder, and she falls.
Other federations have appealed against our athletes just to freeze them or mess with them. But
yeah, it's an interesting.
It's as long as things are within the rules, then that's fine. There's a chance that we can change the rules to minimize number of appeals, for example, and that could work. But
no, it's interesting. I think sport, you have to try things. It's in the rules. You go for it. Right, Shion Omata on the men's side of things, and then Noha Kume on the left.
There's been an incident where a coach appealed against their own athlete, just to give them, going into semifinals, they're qualified, I won't say who, qualified super early, and the coach wanted to appeal to drop them to 17 so they can start earlier in the semifinal round and have better conditions.
I did not know that. That's a good story.
Yeah.
See, this is it. This is why I like having route setters in here occasionally. You just learn some tricks.
We'll keep the names and federations a mystery.
Of course. If you want to bribe me, I'll let you know later on. Right, here we go. Noha Kume is swinging over to the left to make that look easy. And she's fairly inexperienced, but good to see her. And then on the right-hand side, Shion Omata.
Yeah, this is her first lead World Cup. She's only been in one Boulder World Cup and made semifinals in Hachioji.
Yeah, so Japan testing people out. It's like a sort of, they seem to play different teams at different events, trying to figure out who to select for what, who's good at what. They have options. Shion Omata is climbing well on the right, quickly through. His best result was 12th. Let me see that good shot of the left-hand crimp. I think it's very easy when you're watching these comps that it looks easy, and then you get shots like that and you realize just how and also the friction on these holes is bad. Every hole has bad friction. Noha Kume crosses through with the left hand, unwinds into a big bump with the right. Shion Omata.
She seems super relaxed for a first lead semifinal.
Yeah, how do they prepare themselves? I mean,
they have so many good athletes to train with.
Yeah, I guess it must be that. You're used to climbing next to the best. Yeah. Because sometimes we see athletes coming from the youth side sort of get a bit rabbit in the headlights, you know, a bit starstruck, but the Japanese team never seem to have that problem.
And there's lots of competition they have to go through in Japan, so they're, well prepared for that. Okay, let's see on the right.
Yeah, will he fall into the
Will
trap?
he drop that? But it looks like he's dropped. Yeah, there we go. Nice.
And he does like Colin Duffy did, but with a heel instead, and he should be okay now. He's got that. Makes the clip, and he'll sit on that heel for a while. I think he's one of the... Oh, falls. All right, well, the scores are going to be very interesting soon because it's all going to be grouped around that crux. Noha Kume underneath, bumps up towards the crimp. Shakes out, gets the crimp. Looking a bit more pumped though, and she does fall.
But you're supposed to go way right first and then move left, and she went left instead of going right.
There you go. Good spot from Malik. Jane Kim, you saw, if you watched the beginning of the broadcast, a little interview I did with her, and I asked her why, if you missed it, I asked her why she returned from retirement. She said, I want to make my daughter proud, which was a lovely reason to come back to the IFSC, I thought.
I mean, her daughter can look at her 29 win, gold medals at home, and
I know she's nothing to prove, does she? But
absolutely nothing. I think she's amazing. She's had an amazing career. Whatever happens now it's fine. Like, it's extra, but I think she has no problem with her daughter being proud of her later.
No, exactly. But that was her reason for coming back. So, for the sake of her daughter, let's cheer on Jane Kim. And then on the right, Neo Suzuki, débutant. First one. He's just 18, so this will be a PB whatever happens to him. Oh, but he has fallen very low. Villars getting almost caught out there, nearly joining him. So an early fall, and the first we've really seen him.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Well, hopefully we can maybe get a replay of that moment. Came so quickly. We'll see it after. And Jane Kim made her jump matches. And she's resting. She's got some awesome coloured shoes on there as well, on the left. That's like a rainbow pattern. I haven't seen that before. That's really cool. For all you shoe geeks out there, I don't know. Let me know. Is that a new model or just a new colour scheme for Jane Kim? So she reaches up. There is the Korean team. Not the most expressive of faces there. I think they'll be nervously watching. They're all gathered on the left. Sunglasses on. Jane Kim, and everyone talks about Jane Kim's style. Malik, what is Jane Kim's style when people say it? What are we looking for? Is it just the way she moves, the flow she has?
Lead, meticulous, old school lead for sure. But I mean, even though, like, watching her with bouldering this season, I think she's doing fine in bouldering too. But you can see she's kind of like almost slow motion through some moves.
Yeah, there's a
right. Even the leg swing right now is like kind of controlled and slow.
There's an exercise that sometimes I've seen coaches do where they make their athletes pause before they put their foot on a hold for like 3 seconds so you'd be really accurate. It's like Jane's been doing that her entire life, like every hold she just nails. There's no adjusting. Up to the left hand. Gets a heel in, big shoulder move as she'll make this clip, and that is that slow motion, just unhurried, relaxed. It's like she climbs like I think every climber would want to in their dreams, just smooth.
She also doesn't match down low and flip.
And now she's eyeing at the jumper for the first time. We see Jane starting to struggle. Right hand just
can't go
makes
slow on
it.
that move.
She had to, didn't she?
Yep, that's good.
She's made it through, and we'll want to find the rest that's coming up in a sec. Fingertips only, holding her.
Wow.
Jane needs a shake out here, doesn't she?
Yeah, and the clip now is she's going to have to bring that draw towards her a little bit.
So Jane Kim might have made a bit of an error here. She's looking to either to move on, I think, rather than make that clip.
She wouldn't get the move either way because it's impossible to clip after. I don't even know if it's going to be very... Yeah, see, she's swinging that clip.
This is very awkward from Jane. As you said, got the swing. You're allowed to do that. You can't hold the quick draw, but you can kick it, blow on it, whatever you want to get it moving. And she wants the swing, so it's closer to her.
There we go. Oh. So one way to do it also is to bring it over on the other side of your knee and like bring the knee closer. It'll just stay there.
So it like lays over her knee. But it's too far and she can't reach down.
Man. Come on, Jane.
Oh, this is one of those moments every climber knows. When a clip is so close, so far away. Now she's looking to hook.
Come on, come on.
There
we go. That's it.
Oh, you can see what she's trying to trap it between the wall.
That should be the strategy. Oh my goodness, there we go.
Right.
Okay.
Is it in? It is in. That's well done.
Sorry, the coach and me started panicking.
No, it's good. I started panicking. The climber and me started panicking there.
All right. Let's see if she has anything left.
Yeah, because that would have cost her a huge amount.
For sure.
All right, Jane. She's resting, shaking out, and it's the most physical move probably coming up this match on the sloper. Gets the toe locked, can't, changes her mind.
Yeah, ideally you would switch feet and push a little bit. Wow.
How is she still there? Finally she goes. Yeah, tongue out straight away. That was a fight. Leading the way, down in 8th position, Luka Potajak. He's in the danger zone, that 32 plus, proving problematic for everyone, up to number 5, where Yufei Pan is. And for the women, we just said Jane Kim in 4th. Great climb from her. Vita Lucan, though, is going to be worried in 33 plus.
So Mattea Pozzi now is guaranteed.
All right, Shianso is up on the left for the women, and Satone Yoshida for the men. Keeps going on the right. Malik, do you let your athletes wear those titanium patch things he's wearing? Have you looked into the...
I have not, and I don't really like anything with that. I try not to interfere with anything like that.
Yeah, we saw a craze of it last year. So suddenly everyone wearing them. The German team got involved, but
you know, I mean, like even like K-tape, like some people just put it for like mentally feeling better about it, or like some people like the look of it. To be honest, right?
It does
look
look
like
quite cool.
Everyone's super injured, yeah. So they want to do that. It's up to them.
There we go. Yeah, I've wanted to ask that for a while. All right, Shianso makes the jump look great down there. Easy through for her.
But I'm definitely not the type that likes to experiment too much with that kind of stuff.
No, it's a bit, yeah. I'm not sure how much science is in that one, but hey, if it works for you, it works for you. Why not? Satone is climbing well, entering the thuggy bit of the route and the steepest part of this wall here in Villars. Couple of athletes to go. If you're just joining us, you've missed a great comp so far. Fascinating stuff. My name is Matt Groom, joined by Malik here in the commentary box. Malik giving us some wonderful insights into the athlete's mentality and the coach's perspective. Tone reaches underneath, gets the jib with the left hand, bumps with the right. And Shianso, from doing so well in Boulder, you know, it was a part of her game she needed to work on, came back, and it's now good to see her unleash herself.
Yeah, she looks incredible this year.
Quickly become one of the sort of more experienced members of that Korean team. Like I remember when she was younger coming in, she looked a bit insecure, you know, a bit nervous, and now she's so confident.
Yeah, but okay, so if we think of what we just said earlier about Annie, right, in terms of like she seems shy and all that, if you think of it's kind of the same. It's just the growing pains of being on the circuit so young. You know, I'm sure the experience from past years have helped her, and she's incredible this year. Like, it's really nice to see, even in training, watching the way she trains. It's really nice.
Yeah, she's figured it out, hasn't she? She's worked it through. Yeah, I forget, you get to see all these athletes training as well, and you know, the side we don't get to see.
Yeah, I mean, not all, but a fair bit. Like, we have a pretty good, nice.
Yoshida hits the right.
Good relationship with almost all the federations, or at least I try to build good relationships. So sometimes we do trainings together, and sometimes it's just by chance. My goodness, so that heel just wasn't sitting very well.
No, he was about to rock onto it, wasn't it? And it popped for him. Yep. Sheon as well had a real moment there, but managed to hold the swing. That boulder strength coming in. Makes the clip. Yeah, I think it's good. I think having those relationships and just working with other federations, other climbers, seeing how they do it, you know, it must improve the team.
For sure.
All right, so she's into that vital thumb catch with the right hand. Nails the right foot as well, and now needs to press her way upwards.
Very nice.
Well, that crimp is nasty, very blocked. It becomes better when you turn the body like that.
Yeah, she's mostly like almost vertical right now. Like that's a really good angle.
Well, there it is. That's the crimp behind the rope. Now we haven't seen any top from the women. She is someone who could do this. She's got time on the clock. I think it's just hit the minute mark. Left foot up into the blocked crimps. Accuracy now when you're pumped is difficult. Right hand though.
Come on.
Oh, each move standing up taller. Full focus. Left crimp in.
This move is interesting.
It's It's just though she's going to have to kick that foot
Imagine
out.
pop now to the next hold. And
Yeah,
come
drop
on.
in.
Come on, you got it. Oh,
Oh, she hit it with the right foot, kicked away from the wall, took the ride down to the bottom, but that is the high point for the women.
yeah, really encouraging seeing him yesterday. I thought he had a pretty good result based on where we're at, coming back from injury and all that. Much better than Innsbruck, and we're on our way.
Yeah, he looks strong. Everyone's looking strong at the moment. Well, Brooke launches upwards. Yoshiyuki is underway as well on the right. There they are on our split screen. So Yoshiyuki quickly through, and Brooke Rabatou took a moment to remind herself. It was a while since she's observed this route.
So they usually have up to 45 seconds to look at the route again before they have to get on the wall.
And do you encourage athletes to take that full time, or you just, is that up to them? You just
Full
leave it to
time
them?
makes me a little bit nervous.
Can you get disqualified?
Maybe 30. I mean, usually you'll just get asked to get on the wall.
Okay.
I've never seen anyone get called off for that. But I mean, if it goes like over a minute and a half or something, I'm sure every other coach would be yelling.
The appeal papers would come out. Right, Brooke sets herself for the jump here. Right toe in. Does that left-hand lock-off method. Easy work from Brooke Rabatou. And Yoshiyuki as well. Flowing.
I think Yoshiyuki would enjoy the next section.
He seems to be the climber's climber. You know, everyone you talk about Yoshiyuki is like, oh, he's an amazing guy and I love watching him
He is
climb.
awesome. You know, I had a chat, like he came to my gym for like 10 days. We invited him for a competition and then he stayed for some training after. And it was it was amazing. It was really cool. He's open to trying anything. So that was a pretty good treat I got there.
Yeah, a very, very popular man. And he gets the toe in to bring the right foot through. Brooke Rabatou gets a high left toe. Double heels in. That's very trademark from her. Those two locked into position.
There we go, Yoshiyuki.
Yeah, slaps the chalk off his hands there. Team USA have all been in Innsbruck. They came up to Villars fairly early. They did a bit of training in Switzerland.
I think Josh is a big fan of Lausanne.
Yes, they were in Lausanne, you're right, yeah.
But I think Josh makes excellent choices. So
Yeah, there's some good gyms in Lausanne, so they were down by the lake enjoying that Geneva experience.
we'll be heading there after this event.
Yeah, Chamonix not known for its world-class gyms. Yeah, Brooke needs to flick that hand, doesn't she?
Come on, Brooke, figure it out.
Yeah, she needs to. This jump is going to be far harder. She's got
Oh,
a weird right foot, and then
She did flip the hand though.
okay, so she's set for it. Yoshiyuki Gata fell, and Brooke gets the heel in. And that is the heel that's locked in for Brooke Rabatou. Malik's coaching instincts next to me kicked in. You could see you were leaning forward. You were willing her to
I
find
have to
it.
tell you, I don't think I've ever sat down for this long on a competition. Usually I'm pacing and walking around and very nervous.
It's a different experience
This
up
is
here,
a-
isn't it? It really,
very different
it's
experience.
intense. From the commentary box, well, Brooke Rabatou is crossing through, a little micro shake out. Now she needs to find enough energy to do this move. It's a big one. Left hand easily out, thumb in, brings the feet,
Little pop.
drops.
Oh!
Now what happens there? Because that, and we talk about peels, that could be one.
No,
or
because
not.
it's her own. She impeded her own.
But it
Whoa,
might have saved her.
It
I mean,
did.
it stopped the momentum.
It really did. Well,
It's gonna be, yeah. Malik is now
I'm
looking at
just
the
looking at the
coaches.
coach's zone to see if anyone's picking up some paper.
Because usually the rope gets in the way, but that definitely stopped the swing.
That definitely stopped the swing and helped a little bit.
Right, to my knowledge, I don't remember seeing that. That's a first for me anyway. All right, well, Brooke will continue. She won't care about appeals and all of that malarkey.
No.
Right now, she just wants to get high.
But I'm assuming the Koreans will appeal because it would put Jae Kim in there.
All right, well, interesting stuff here. Brooke Rabatou with the right foot stretched out, tries to get a drop knee in. doesn't use that press method, or as much of a press anyway. Really trusting that right drop knee. Brooke up with the match, looking casual. That drop knee as well was very impressive. All right, here we go. Into the head wall, pressing with the palm, upgrades the left foot. All the rubber possible, pressing on that green. Into the clip. Big reach through with the right hand, but she got it. Right foot flagging out towards the right. Hits the side pull accurately, but this jump is a bit tricky at the end. You've got to find a bit more power when you're pumped. Spots the sloper, eyes it up, right hand, one hand on. Matches, but this is the jump moment. Big support from the crowd.
Wow.
Natalia Grossman, Brooke's teammate, is on the wall on the left, and then right, Toby Roberts.
I'm kind of enjoying this view that I have for this event. This is very different, but it's been good.
Trust me, Malik, we get to see everything. It's so good. I know a lot that I can't say as well, so it's always fascinating. All right, Natalia is underway.
I'm super excited to watch Toby here.
Yeah, Toby is one to watch for the future, for sure. Reaches up high, clips it in, and he's got a YouTube channel that's worth checking out. He's doing his vlog series of his World Cup circuit, and it's interesting stuff, so go and have a look at that. Toby drops the foot under, and Natalia, as we'd expect, easy through, and I don't think she'll have much of an issue with this jump. Looks for a knee bar, though, early on, does get it, uses it to get the right hand up.
It's pretty shallow.
And just to let you know, a judge has approached Brooke Raboutou on the stage, and then she is definitely talking about that moment. So that's being discussed on the stage right now with Brooke. That's what's going on down in Soap City, down on the bottom. Soap drama, I should say.
And then there's, let's say that was a case and it's appealable. Is it a reclaimable situation, or is it just a scoring situation?
Well, that will play out.
And this is not a very typical appeal that might happen. So I think everyone might be, I don't want to say confused, but everyone wants to get it right.
Yeah. Right, when Natalia got through the jump, Toby into the pinch, which is so heavily chalked up now. You can see everyone touching. That is what we were talking about. So the judge talking to Brooke down at the bottom, what we presume is that rope incident. All right, Natalia, high right foot. Her foot safely underneath the rope, gets the crimp.
I think they're just keeping her on standby in case they decide it might be a reclaimable situation, but I really don't think it is.
She's putting her shoes away. I don't think she's going to climb again.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Natalia reaches under. Oh, drama at the end of this semi-final here. Toby as well is cruising. Just 3 to go. Oh, including these guys. So 2 to go after this. Natalia with a slightly shaky heel as she locks it in. And then we'll match underneath, easy into the clip for her. And Toby, that shot, which always gives away how hard the athletes are trying through there. Crosses under, reaches up.
That shows, it's really neat to see the difference between, earlier on and now, even in qualifiers usually more, but you can see that the way he grabbed it was not ideal. You want it as an undercling, but because he's so good right now and so strong and powerful, it didn't matter. He just really good control going to that hold. He has his toe hook on now.
All right, well, interesting. Toby trying to maybe look to see if he can clip that. He's very stretched out. If that's what he's thinking. I think he's just shaking. Natalia, this is an important move. Just 2 fingers on with the left hand, brings the right foot through, matches with the right hand over the top into the pinch. All right, Toby towards the head wall, but this is the tricky move. He's got to progress further than this. Crosses with the right hand. And Natalia checks the clock. And this was the move that might have messed with Brooke. Toby reaches up left. What's he going to do with that right foot, though? At the moment he's got that heel in, this is important. It needs to stick. clipping off that heel, clearly confident with it. Natalia falls on the mat. She couldn't work it out. Frustration from her. And I don't think that is going to be finals for Natalia.
No, I don't think that's enough. And she doesn't even get the plus, right? She just gets the 33, I want to say.
So Natalia disappointed on the ground. Toby is resting in this position. He's going to be in the finals, though, I think. Oh, I said that way too prematurely without looking at the scores. We'll check that. But Toby's nearing a guaranteed place.
Yeah, so Natalia would get 35. She didn't progress towards the match, so she doesn't get the 35 plus.
Problems for her. Toby goes out right.
Wow, Toby.
How is he crimping that thing? He could be about to go here. Moves the left hand down.
You know, I always think that way about Toby, and then he just crushes.
Well, remember that gold medal boulder he did where he used everything? Look, that's what he's holding on to.
But he just crossed into it.
Oh, insane.
Wow.
Toby's try hard is outrageous. Look at this. That.
Wow, Toby. My God.
Oh. Well, he deserves extra points for style on that one. This is going to be a good final. Make sure you set your alarms if you're watching this. Come and join us. What is it, 8 p.m. tonight? Something like that. I think 8 p.m. Central European time will be the finals. Right, Jakob nods to the B-layer. He's underway. Jessie has started climbing. The two Austrians always show up on a big event.
This is the second time we've seen two Austrians on the wall at the same time today.
Yes, it is. Team Austria as well. Very impressive. Good program.
Nikolai and Matea earlier.
All right, Adam. Oh, Adam. Wrong person. Jakob starts going left.
A few minutes early.
Yeah, just. Adam's out next. Jessie looking very, very calm yesterday as well. Had a good quality session.
Nice, Jessie.
Straight in for Jessie. Okay. So she'll rest here for a while. Jakob comes up to this awkward looking but quite a good hold on the purple volumes. Makes the pinch with the thumb. Bumps out to the sloper for Jakob. Cuts these and swings across. And he's going to have to turn something on here as he traverses towards the right. Jessie swings left, gets the heel in. So left toe pressed against high right heel, reaches up with the right hand. And Jakob jumps over to the right, adjusts and bumps. It's such a Jakob move, that. Make sure the right toe. He's not using a toe yet, just pure arms. Some athletes have put their toe up into that right hand. And it is raining heavy here again in Villars, a storm coming around in circles.
Come on, Jessie. There we go.
So Jessie has the right shoulder in. You can't jam that left foot, by the way, between the volume and the
she's just
green.
standing on the...
Yeah. It's too flared, too hard.
Oh, nice. So she did not flip her hand, but again, she didn't need to.
So just continue the movement.
Yeah, she kind of can see her hand rotate as she's jumping out.
So Jakob Schubert is nearing the point he needs to get to for finals here. He has to go further though. Brings the right hand through. Jessie as well is about to enter her resting position, or a possible resting position.
Once you get the next one more hold.
Now what will Jakob do with the right foot? We know it's all about that. He's keeping it low and he's going to go for it low.
Oh, wow. Okay, if you're wondering how strong is Jakob right now,
that's it,
that
isn't
explains it?
Yeah, that is. No one else has managed to make that work apart from him, but he can't make the clip in that position. Matches.
My goodness, Jakob is feeling it.
He really is. He's on some jibs, but this is the horrible crimp. We know how small it is.
But we know he likes a really good fight. Wow.
Nearly hit it, and we'll wait for the scores for Jakob to see.
He's happy.
I think it's through.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
and
Jakob's
he's happy,
in.
and that's nice to see.
Jessie needs to bump this right hand over. Jakob in third,
not
she
again.
hits the rope as well. Second time we've seen it. Boot is off.
That's a good thing to remember.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want to be having them on the wall. And we are underway. Final 2 athletes, the last 2 who can make an impact on our top 8. So Janja into the underclings. Makes the easy clip. And then Adam is rocking up through the heel. Adam was looking good yesterday.
Real good.
And Janja, the only athlete to top both routes, so good from her as well. Shouldn't have much problem with this jump. She will have seen moves like this many a time. Sets herself. Pretty static, that left arm lock-off method. And Adam climbing quickly as well. Get ready for the power screams from him. And just to let you know, Jessie is also being talked to by the judge, presumably about that rope catch down on the stage. At least they know what to say this time. All right, yeah.
But again, the fact that she fell, it won't affect anything. Actually, you could appeal that the rope impeded her if you're Austrian, and you say, okay, the rope impeded. Now, it wasn't the belayer. It wasn't their fault, but it was the rope. So usually if the belayer, let's say, pulls you tight on a jump, you can appeal that, and then they review to see if the rope got caught and looked tight.
But if you tangle yourself up in the rope...
In this case, yeah, that's... it's been a really interesting season with appeals so far.
Oh, look at that. Sorry, that heel hook from Adam as he rocks up. And Janja slow and steady as she approaches the second jump. Adam hasn't looked like he's really struggled so far, but this move is easy to make a mistake on. Only Jakob did it with the right foot low, almost on the metal. I think he's going to do the same. No, he doesn't. He changes. Now that's different again.
Yes.
Alex did it with the toe.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Alex got the toe. Adam got a heel, which looked better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it did look more. Alex's toe was very tenuous.
Yeah, the toe, like you kind of have to go around, and there's dual texture. So the heel just sunk in real nice.
Okay, well, last few moments for Adam Ondra. Janja's got a bit of a way to go before the end of her route. Adam, though, will find this rest, as everyone's done. But this next crimp, having seen that close-up, I realise how nasty it is now. Toby trying to turn that was outrageous.
That was wild. But, I mean, we saw that in bouldering in Brixton with Toby. Like,
yeah,
he really likes to get super high on those shouldery moves, and
Adam is relaxed.
Adam is enjoying it. That's good.
He just needs to hit this. So he's one move away. He even had a look down at Janja then. As if to say, go on. All right, here we go. Final move for Adam. It is droppable, though.
I think he's going to hit it.
Oh, no, it isn't. So
I was going to say, I think he's going to hit it without jumping.
Yeah, he almost had the reach.
Yeah, but because of the way the hold is turned, it would have been way better to go double-handed.
It's hard to see that final hold. If you're observing it from the ground, it's almost impossible. Look at Janja, come on.
Okay, this is going to be, now what do you do?
All right, so
now,
another rope catch. Oh. Amazing, isn't it? We haven't seen that at all until now. We've seen it 3 times.
Yeah, now, because Jessie, like let's say Janja, they say, okay, we stop your scoring because of the rope, she still makes finals because she stuck that move. Not that she'd be happy with that, like she wants to top. But at least, like, as a coach, if I'm like panicking about, okay, she's just gonna stop scoring here, at least I know she's in finals.
Yeah, the amount of activity in the coaches area is hilarious. All right, everyone working hard down there. There's like 4 people, 4 different coaches all approaching.
The IFSC judges running around too.
Yeah. All right, well, it doesn't matter for Janja. She has a job to do. She's into the head wall, into the crimps. Looks down at the clock to check the time. She has time, about 1:20 on the clock. The soap opera down below does continue. People weaving around. Janja gets the left hand up. Got to be accurate here, though. Right foot dragging on the wall to slow that barn door. And no one has made it through this move yet. She's got to hit the black with two hands and then jump or drop down.
Yeah, but this move is designed for Janja, for sure.
It's a Janja-like, for sure.
Come on, Janja.
Look at that poise with the left foot, toe, needle-like onto the hole, drops in. That is not as easy as she made it look. And I think we could see our first top of the women's route
She has 25 seconds. She knows that. That'll be enough.
Up. This is going to be a top for Janja. That's 3 out of 3 for her. She reaches down, will make the clip, but we have to wait for rope gate to play itself out. So we will see.
Very nice.
What happens here. But Janja's got a top. And now it's in the hands of the judges and the coaches and those appeal forms. Do remember, if you're watching this, we might not know on air the final scores. And U5 Pan, no problems for the men. They are likely to go through. That's our top 8. Sean Bailey close, 32 plus. Count back, meaning he's pushed out, as is Taiso Homer on 32 plus as well. So tight around that crux move for the men. Remember, just 8 to go through, so we know who they are by now. And as we continue down, Sasha Lehmann had an unlucky day, won't repeat the gold medal from before. Hamish MacArthur, good from him, 13th. Well done. Luca Pottinger coming back. Yuval Shamala down the bottom in 20th, or near the bottom in 20th. 29 plus, causing problems for a few people. And finally, at the bottom, Neo Suzuki from Japan, 12 plus. Very early fall from him, the only one to fall on the purple pinch down low. Nikolai Uznik as well, will be pleased with that result for him. Good work. Jesse Gruper, though, missing out on a final. Shame not to see him climbing again. And now the women. Who knows with this one? But currently, Janja Garnbret got a top. Xian So, 45 plus. Brooke Rabatu, Natsuki Tani, and Mattia Pozzi in a final. Mia Krampel, Jane Kim, and Jessica Pils. And Molly bumped out, 35
Big
plus.
heartbreaker for Molly and Salome, just by count back. That's a hard way not to make it.
Oh, it really is. So, so close. Well, as we go down, Natalia Grossman, disappointment from her, 35. She could see it in her face. She wants to do a little better than that. She won't climb again tonight. Laura Rogera down the bottom as well. Had trouble on the jump. Huge flying leap sideways. You can see it Dorfel in her first semi-finals. PB for her, 19th. Manon Healy as well. She had a fairly early fall. Down at the bottom, Sol Sa, 26 plus. Elnaz, nice to see her back. Annie Sanders, again, had an early slip. And Oriane Berton would have done enough for her.